आई थिंक द बिगेस्ट मिथ बहुत बहुत सारे मिथ्स हैं मतलब एजुकेशन लोन के.
Like you said, you have made your own criterias, and every year or every quarter or every depending on how the repayments are coming in.
So we have a whole ecosystem that allows us that कि उस कस्टमर के साथ कम्युनिकेशन ट्रेल कभी छूटे नहीं.
It is in the hand of the lender whether how many defaulters you are actually want to create. You want to create in the industry.
You will never have that kind of policies which allow defaulters to grow and thrive. Absolutely.
कुछ equity आपका लगा है तो you are also invested from day one as a parent or as a co-applicant or whatever.
We are funding 150 children free of cost.
Unless and until I have invested in something, I'll not feel the pinch of.
Avance has also curated a CSR fund.
Hello and namaskar. Welcome to On The Point, the truth about education loans. Today we are asking the questions that every student secretly Googles in midnight. Is an education loan truly an investment for the future, or is it just a debt trap? Education inflation is like a rocket launch, showing up 12% every year, with 80% of the students strapped into the loan shuttle. Let's find out if it is a shuttle ride or a crash landing. To help us answer this clearly and directly, I'm joined by Mr. Vivek Kumar Varnwal, CVO Education Loan Domestic Business, Avansh Financial Services. Vivek has seen firsthand how loans can shape a student's journey. So let's get straight to the point. Hello Vivek, welcome to On The Point.
Thank you, sir.
It's been a delight to kind of host you. And thank you so much once again. So we'll just start the question and let's get straight to the point, right?
Absolutely, sir.
So the first up, what is the biggest myth you see about education loans, which normally parents and students kind of go through? And what's your advice, of yours to them to kind of overcome those myths?
Sir, I think the biggest myth, बहुत बहुत सारे myths हैं मतलब एजुकेशन लोन के. लोगों को लगता है कि एजुकेशन लोन ना people who are really affluent they only get education loan. So people with high credit scores they only get education loan. People who are able to provide collaterals they only get education loan. Or people who only get into IITs or IIMs, or people who are actually getting into all the elite institutions they are able to get the education loans. Or people who today education loan when I actually say आपको एजुकेशन लोन हर तरह से मिल सकता है. आप टेस्ट प्रेप के लिए एजुकेशन लोन ले सकते हो, आप स्कूल फी के लिए एजुकेशन लोन ले सकते हो, आप स्किलिंग के लिए एजुकेशन लोन ले सकते हो, आप हायर एजुकेशन के लिए एजुकेशन ले सकते हो. तो education loan is not only about one segment. Education loan is about the whole gamut. So higher education is just one sub-segment. But education loan is a sub-segment of all these main segments. So skilling, which is growing very, very fast in India, because which is a very, very young country, which is growing so fast. And यहाँ पर higher education, we see only education loan as a higher education segment. But skilling, which is growing so fast, वहाँ पर कोई बात ही नहीं कर रहा है education loan की. Correct. Test prep, पहले क्या होता था कि पेरेंट्स को टेस्ट प्रेप के लिए अपने बच्चे को आईआईटी की कोचिंग करानी है, कैसे मिलेगा वो लोन? नहीं मिल पा रहा है. But that loan is also available. Correct. Today school fee financing करानी है, you want your child to get into a best of the schools. That loan is also available. आपको तो today everything the education, so that is one inhibition that is there. Second is ki you don't require collateral for all kind of loans. So education loan is available, affordable and accessible.
Perfect.
So that is there. So this myth is there. Now you don't require a high credit score. You just have to be a good student. You have to get into a good college. So these myths have to be broken down. You don't require that you have to provide a co-applicant to all kind of loans. Yes, for definitely some amount, some kind of loans, you need to have a co-applicant. But for all loans, you don't have to have a co-applicant. For some kind of loans, yes, there has to be a co-applicant. Correct. But सबके लिए नहीं चाहिए हमें.
बिल्कुल.
तो ये myths हमें broken down करना है. And as we actually go on, आप जाएंगे अपने कस्टमर के पास, आपको जाके समझना पड़ेगा अपने बैंकर से. उनको जाके ओपनली बताना पड़ेगा कि दिस इज द लोन दैट आई एम लुकिंग फॉर. और आज के दिन में यू हैव प्रोडक्ट फॉर एवरी सेगमेंट अक्रॉस. अगर आप स्क्रॉल डाउन करोगे, आपको अपग्रेड करना है अपने आप को, you can go and upgrade yourself.
करेक्ट. सो आपका टेंशन सिर्फ स्टडी कोर्स सिलेक्ट करना है.
Yes.
पैसा हर एक के लिए अवेलेबल है.
Available है. आपको select करना है. If
Hmm.
you want to upgrade yourself, you want to learn, it is available.
ठीक है. तो एक हायर एजुकेशन लोन की बात करते हैं, स्पेशली एजुकेशन अब्रॉड जो जाते हैं. मतलब गिवन द करंट सिचुएशन क्या लगता है कि भाई ये एक्सपेंसिव लॉटरी टिकट है या जेन्युइनली इट्स एन इन्वेस्टमेंट?
I think education, sir, I think education is the right kind of investment. If you actually see,
Sure.
it is one of the investment which can give you the highest IRR.
Sure.
And if you actually see the IRR that has actually come out of education
Hmm.
is the most expensive IRR. अगर आपका education में आपने investment किया, the CAGR return can be infinite.
I agree.
And people who have invested in education,
Hmm.
they have multiplied the investment by 1000x. So the returns happen infinite. So this is the most important investment in anybody's career. And this is one investment which nobody else can take from you. आपके पास से कोई छीन नहीं सकता.
करेक्ट करेक्ट.
आपके पास से पैसा कोई लेके जा सकता है. आपके पास से आपकी प्रॉपर्टी जा सकती है, आपका गोल्ड जा सकता है, आपकी सब कुछ जा सकती है. बट इन एजुकेशन दैट यू हैव टेकन फॉर योरसेल्फ, दैट कैन नॉट बी टेकन अवे.
तो शास्त्रों में भी लिखा है ना,
शास्त्रों में भी लिखा हुआ है
कि लक्ष्मी चंचल है, सरस्वती तो स्थिर है.
सरस्वती स्थिर है. तो आई थिंक जो शास्त्रों में लिखा हुआ है वो सही लिखा हुआ है.
करेक्ट.
तो आई थिंक एजुकेशन इज एन इन्वेस्टमेंट. It's a right kind of investment, but the investment has to be done judiciously. What is your area of interest? What kind of interest you want to do? And if the interest has to be really in proportion of the investment that you actually want to do. Because if you are a person that you think you really want to get into a college which demands and you want to invest 30 lakh rupees or you want to invest 50 lakh rupees, then the investment should be giving you a return of 50 lakh rupees. That because if you want to pay it from your own earning, right?
Correct.
You don't have support from your parents, you don't have support from your siblings, you don't have support from somebody else, then the investment should be giving you that kind of return, right? So that is important. That has to come from within the earning that you're actually investing, that 30 to 50 lakh rupees coming in from there. वो important है. अगर आपने वो 30 to 50 लाख रुपीस डायरेक्टली इन्वेस्ट किया तो वो रिटर्न आना चाहिए. बट अगर वो इन्वेस्टमेंट इंपॉर्टेंट है, आपने कॉलेज में इन्वेस्ट किया और हमारे पास वी हैव एनालिटिक्स टूल्स, हमारे कॉलेजेस, हम लोगों ने ओवर द लास्ट 2013 ऑनवर्ड्स हम ये कर रहे हैं. 12 years of journey.
हाँ बिल्कुल.
हमारी जो जर्नी है, अगर आप हमारा देखोगे तो वी हैव अंडर रिटन क्लोज टू 30,000 कोर्सेज. 30 to 35,000 ऑड कोर्सेज जो हमने अभी अंडरराइट किए हैं कि इन कोर्सेज का क्या रिजल्ट होता है, क्या अर्निंग सैलरीज होती हैं, कितना आप अर्न कर पाते हो वंस यू गेट आउट ऑफ दोस कॉलेजेस. एंड इफ यू एक्चुअली गेट आउट ऑफ दोस कॉलेजेस, दिस इज द अर्निंग पोटेंशियल दैट यू हैव. So if you get out of those colleges, and you make that career, so this is the earning that is coming in. This is the return on investment that comes out. So this is not a lottery ticket. This is the return on investment that comes out.
Perfect.
But if you take much more money and if you invest more than that, if you splurge more than that, if you go into that particular country and you spend much more than that, if you start living very very lavishly and you spend much more than that, then the return on investment is negative.
Absolutely.
So आपने विद्यार्थी के 5 लक्षण सुने होंगे and I will take a थोड़ा सा डाइवर्ट. हाँ बिल्कुल. सब अब विद्यार्थी के 5 लक्षण हैं जो हमारे संस्कृति में लिखे हुए हैं, हमारे वेदों में लिखे हुए हैं. एक है काक चेष्टा, एक है बको ध्यानम, एक है अल्पहारी, एक है गृह त्यागी और एक है स्वान निंद्रा.
सुपर.
ये जो है
सुपर.
अल्पहारी मतलब होता है आपको कम खाना है. कम खाने का मतलब है खाना कम नहीं खाना है.
करेक्ट.
आपको जो भी चीज कंज्यूम करना है वो राइट प्रपोर्शन में.
एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. एब्सोल्युटली.
आपको राइट करना है
जी बिल्कुल.
किसी भी चीज को राइट करना है. अगर आपने वो राइट नहीं किया, आपने स्प्लर्ज किया, तो आप कभी भी खराब कर दोगे. तो आपको वो राइट प्रपोर्शन में जो करना है, दैट विल गिव यू द राइट वैल्यू. इफ यू डोंट डू इट राइट, then it will hit you back.
Absolutely.
So you have to choose the college right. If you spend right, it is going to be the right kind of, it is going to be the best kind of investment in your career.
ठीक है. तो इसी से रिलेटेड ही है. तो बेसिकली आप ये बोल रहे हो कि अगर if I have chosen my college right, I know which course, what is the personal expense I have to spend. So I'll be able to take a rational decision, so that it becomes my investment. It doesn't become a debt trap, because end of the day, if you see, एजुकेशन लोन में भी होम लोन की तरह कंपाउंडिंग तो होता है, यू नो.
Right.
So my question is that how does a student make sure or a parent make sure that it becomes an investment, not a debt trap? So mostly आपने आंसर किया, लेकिन when it comes to the higher category of suppose overseas जो हम बात कर रहे हैं जाने की, तो कुछ अभी आप अपने बिजनेस में कुछ देख रहे हैं चेंजेस इसमें, गिवन द करंट जियोपॉलिटिक्स की कुछ पेरेंट्स का कुछ साइकोलॉजी में डिफरेंस आया है, या स्टूडेंट कुछ और डिफरेंट डेस्टिनेशन ढूंढ रहे हैं, लाइक टिपिकल यूएस, यूके और कनाडा, इट्स नॉट द ऑब्वियस पाथ्स एनीमोर. सो वो कहाँ क्या चेंजेस देख रहे हैं आप?
सी देखिए, अभी जो इन्वेस्टमेंट आप करते हो एजुकेशन लोन में, what is the investment that you actually do in an education loan? It is the investment that you actually do is the seed capital. आप किसी भी इन्वेस्टमेंट में करते हो तो आपको इन्वेस्ट करना पड़ता है. इट इज द इन्वेस्टमेंट इज द सीड कैपिटल दैट यू डू फॉर एनी बिजनेस.
करेक्ट.
अगर आप किसी भी बिजनेस में यू इन्वेस्ट करते हो, that is the right investment that you do for any building any empire. If you want to start any business, you will have to do a right kind of investment.
That's correct.
So for even doing an education, you have to invest a good amount of money. So even in education also, the initial lump sum money or the education loan that you are putting in, it is the seed capital that you are putting in. Even if you have that kind of money, I will not suggest that you put in the whole amount of money from your own self, because the reason is if you put in the whole money from your side, then in that case, if there is some exigency like the geopolitical situation that you're talking of today arises, then in that case there will be a really a exigency कि अगर आपके बच्चे को जॉब नहीं मिलती है, how will you tackle the situation now? इस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे जिन बंदों को जॉब नहीं मिल रही है, दे विल रिक्वायर अ मोरेटोरियम एक्सटेंशन, दे विल रिक्वायर सम अमाउंट ऑफ ब्रीदर, बिकॉज बैंक्स विल नॉट बी एबल टू गिव दैट काइंड ऑफ फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी. थोड़ी बहुत फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी बैंक्स, एनबीएफसी जो उनके परव्यू में होंगी वो देंगे, बिकॉज वी ऑल आर रेगुलेटेड एंटिटीज, राइट? वी कैन नॉट गो बियॉन्ड द रेगुलेशंस व्हिच आर अलाउड. सो तो उस समय उनके पेरेंट्स जो कोप्लिकेंट्स हैं, जो व्हाट एवर सपोर्ट दे कैन डू, दे विल एक्चुअली हैव टू पिच इन, नो? So that is that they have to come forward and support themselves. Correct. So this is the point of time. So whatever money, if you actually give out everything in the first go, these exigencies, these contingencies that is actually coming up, you will not be able to support them. तो आपको सारा मनी अपने साइड नहीं देना है. On top of that, आपके पास आज के दिन में इतने अच्छे अच्छे प्रोडक्ट्स हैं, the financial products that have been created by the bankers, you can actually pay as you earn. यो आपको तब पे करना है if you when you actually salary starts going up. Okay. आपका first 2 years are moratorium. You don't have to pay anything, or you just have to pay partial interest. The interest is much lower on the lower initial time. As you start earning more, your interest, you start paying simple interest. As you start earning more and more, your EMI starts. Then you have balloon payments also. Your earnings go further higher. Your EMI you start prepaying it. जो लोग सेव करते हैं, जो लोग वहां पर क्या नाम है ओपीटी लेते हैं, तो वो लोग जो सेविंग करते हैं, आप प्रीपे कर देते हो. आप यहाँ पर आके अपना प्रीपे कर देते हो लोन. तो पीपल हैव टू हैव दैट हैबिट कि आपने जो अर्न किया, जो भी सेव किया, उनसे आके आपने प्रीपे कर दिया.
ठीक है विवेक, आपने एक बात बोली बीच में कि बैंक्स और एनबीएफसी मॉरेटोरियम का एक्सटेंशन नहीं देंगे. अगर कुछ ऐसा है तो आप ये बोल रहे हो कि सम मार्जिन मनी you should not be putting your entire equity. So some you put balance, you take it on loan and kind of align your repayments with the possibility or probability of the job, as in when your course is getting over, you start getting into a job and then you start doing a job, then align your repayments accordingly, right? Now in case if the jobs go haywire या कुछ ऊपर नीचे होता है, तो उस सिनेरियो में फिर अब मॉरेटोरियम नहीं मिलेगा, तो एंड ऑफ द डे लोन लिया है, पेरेंट्स को तो देना है, जो भी एप्लीकेंट है लोन तो देना है. तो उस सिनेरियो में क्या तरीका है बेसिकली उस सिनेरियो को टैकल करने का, कि मेरे को जॉब भी नहीं मिली है बट मेरा मॉरेटोरियम पीरियड भी खत्म हो गया है. तो देन हाउ डू यू काइंड ऑफ टैकल सच सिचुएशंस सर? पर उसमें मतलब पेरेंट्स को या स्टूडेंट को क्या ध्यान रखना है बेसिकली?
सर देखो, ऐसा है कि एज पर IBA नॉर्म्स,
हाँ जी,
जो नॉर्म्स अलाउ करता है,
हाँ जी,
after the extension of the expiry of the moratorium period, there is a 1-year extension period,
Okay.
which is supposed to be allowed.
Sure.
Agar if a person asks us for an extension of a moratorium period, we are supposed to give an extension of a moratorium period, which we allow to all the customers who actually applies us for a extension of a moratorium period. So for any customer who actually applies us for that, we give them an extension of a moratorium period.
Okay.
So that is given to all the customers. उसके बाद क्या होता है कि आप ऐसा पीरियड होता नहीं है नॉर्मली कि आप बिल्कुल भी अर्न नहीं आप अर्न करते नहीं हो, आप बिल्कुल अर्न करते हो। ये सिचुएशन होती नहीं है, बिकॉज क्या होता है आप 3 साल वहां पर रह रहे हो आप, और हमने आपकी पूरी पढ़ाई की एक्सपेंस दे दी, आपकी पूरी लिविंग एक्सपेंस दे दी, तो आपका कोई खर्च हुआ ही नहीं है। देयर हैज नॉट बीन एनी एक्सपेंस। We have paid you the 100% expense of your studies. We have given you 100% expense of your living expense. So there has not been even a single expense from your side or your parent side.
So basically आप ये बोल रहे हो, being a parent,
हाँ,
अगर मैंने अपनी स्टार्टिंग में इक्विटी नहीं डाली है,
बिल्कुल,
तो ऑब्वियसली मेरे को एज अ पेरेंट कंटिजेंसी का ख्याल रखना है कि अगर ऐसी कोई कंटिजेंसी आती है कि बच्चे की जॉब नहीं लग पा रही है या कम सैलरी पे लगी है, जॉब लगी है लेकिन वो नहीं लगी जो मैं चाह रहा था टाइप्स,
yes,
कुड बी एनी रिसेशन और कुड बी एनी अदर फैक्टर्स। तो उस सिनेरियो में आप ये कह रहे हो कि पेरेंट शुड देन चिप इन कि भाई अगर ईएमआई चालू है तो इतना तो मैंने सेव करके रखा है कि अगले 1 से 1.5 साल का कंटिजेंसी बेसिकली मैं उसको चिप इन कर सकता हूँ।
बिल्कुल करना है, पेरेंट्स को करना है, बच्चे को खुद को करना है, बच्चे ने करियर बनाना है। सी एट वन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम बच्चे ने इसका बेनिफिट लेना है।
बिल्कुल
आज के दिन में बच्चे को ये जानना जरूरी है कि उसका ये क्रेडिट स्कोर,
हाँ,
उसका ये पूरे लाइफ लॉन्ग उसके साथ अटैच रहेगा।
एब्सोल्युटली
क्रेडिट पेरेंट्स के साथ भी क्रेडिट स्कोर अटैच रहेगा, बिकॉज दे आर कोएप्लिकेंट्स टू द लोन,
करेक्ट,
एंड द क्रेडिट स्कोर आर गोइंग टू बी अटैच्ड टू देम एज वेल एज द पेरेंट्स थ्रू आउट देयर लाइफ। करेक्ट। So it cannot be ruled out.
हाँ, करेक्ट। तो एक तरफ आप बोल रहे हैं कि आज की डेट में एजुकेशन लोन हर एक स्टडी के लिए, कोर्सेज के लिए अवेलेबल है।
Absolutely.
लेकिन हमें लेना है, एंड ऑफ द डे इट्स अ लोन, सो वी हैव टू बी कॉग्निजेंट ऑफ द फैक्ट कि कल को कुछ भी होगा हमें वापस भी तो करना है ना।
बिल्कुल,
बिकॉज इट इम्पैक्ट्स आवर क्रेडिट रेटिंग।
आप बिल्कुल लोन लें, पर सोच समझ के लें, अपने जवाबदारी से लें। आपको किस चीज के लिए लोन लेना है, क्या कोर्स कर रहे हैं आप, क्या एसेट आपके पास है, किस चीज का आप करना चाहते हैं, कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटी में आप पढ़ने जा रहे हैं, कौन सी क्लास में आप पढ़ना चाह रहे हैं, कौन सा कोर्स आपके पास है, कौन सी कंट्री में आप जा रहे हैं, उसकी डिमांड क्या है। आपका होमवर्क बहुत अच्छा होना चाहिए, आपका रिसर्च वर्क अच्छा होना चाहिए। जस्ट बिकॉज माई फ्रेंड इज डूइंग इट should not be the reason that you should choose a course. You should have an interest in that particular course.
I agree.
The reason of me doing a course should not be that my friend is doing it.
I agree.
I should have an interest of that particular course.
Sure.
That is the major motto of you should be doing that.
So आप ये लोग चेक कर पाते हैं क्या स्टूडेंट का, जब वो मान लो किसी ने लोन अप्लाई किया, तो डू यू रियली चेक दैट कि वो सीरियस है या हर्ड मेंटालिटी से आया आपके पास अप्लाई करने के लिए, या फियर प्रेशर में आया है?
एकेडमिक स्कोर्स तो बता ही देते हैं। हाँ, because when we actually go through that, so we see the academic scores, we see the examination score, we language scores, we see how his business scores are there, उसके लैंग्वेज कोर्स क्या हैं, उसने किस तरह की सेमिनार प्रोजेक्ट्स किए हुए हैं यहाँ पे, उसके सिबलिंग्स क्या हैं, उसके पेरेंट्स कोएप्लिकेंट्स कौन सा दे रहा है हमको। हम और हमारे पास जो रिस्क मॉडल्स हैं, वो सारे रिस्क मॉडल्स को भी हम सारा एनालाइज करते हैं। तो उनके बेसिस पे हमारे टूल्स हमको एनालाइज करके बता देते हैं कि हमारा ये बंदा जो जा रहा है वो जेन्युइनली वहां पे जाके कुछ करना चाहेगा कि नहीं करना चाहेगा।
करेक्ट। आई थिंक इट्स not about your underwriting, I would say process. It in a way helps the applicant also in a long run.
Absolutely yes.
Because अगर आपके ये प्रोसेस मान लो टाइट नहीं होता है, आपने तो लोन दे दिया, मान लो टारगेट है, पैसे हैं, लिक्विडिटी है, बिकॉज एंड ऑफ द डे एज ए फाइनेंस कंपनी ऑल्सो वी नो, वी कमिंग फ्रॉम द फाइनेंस बैकग्राउंड कि ठीक है, हमें भी चलो देना है पैसे तो दे देते हैं, बट एंड ऑफ द डे इट्स नॉट अ रिस्पॉन्सिबल लेंडिंग, बिकॉज हमने पैसे दे दिए and end of the day he could not get a job, so we made him a kind of a defaulter. So we kind of remanufacture defaulters at times.
Yes. And if you actually see our company, the way we have the way we do, the kind of interaction that we do, right from the beginning, the kind of counseling that we do right from the time of a loan application, to the kind of when we do have the application form filled, from the time that when the person goes off from here to US or wherever country
To
that
the
he goes,
destination, yeah.
then kind of reminders that we send for EMI calls. We do every kind
Everything.
of, I say everything.
Sure.
The kind of interaction, the bonding, the kind of
So
communication.
full hand holding.
हमारे पास हर तरह की hand holding है sir. We have different kind of hand holdings from different stages. So we have a whole ecosystem that allows us that कि उस customer के साथ communication trail कभी छूटे ना. That is there. And we also have a risk modeling kind of a model where the whole ecosystem of understanding कि वो बंदे का हम किस basis पे उसको analyze करेंगे.
परफेक्ट. सो विवेक, जैसे अब कोई भी व्यक्ति लोन ले रहा है तो लोन में बहुत फाइन प्रिंट्स होते हैं, राइट? एंड स्पेशली ओवरसीज एजुकेशन लोन जब होता है उसमें बहुत सारे हिडन कॉस्ट वगैरह भी होते हैं. तो इट्स लाइक लैंडमाइंस हैं, नहीं पता लगती है तो इट बॉम्बार्ड्स ऑन यू. अरे ये एक्सपेंस तो मैंने देखा ही नहीं था. तो ऐसे क्या कुछ बेसिक फाइन प्रिंट्स या फाइन पॉइंट्स would you like to lay on ki parents or the student should see and must see before kind of inking the putting their signature on the loan agreement? So these are the other hidden costs or the other landmines basically on which they have to be careful about.
So I think first of all सबसे important चीज जो आज के दिन में है, whenever you go for a loan you should definitely check for the key fact sheet, because that's something which has been regulated by the regulator RBI. The key fact sheet is a printed sheet which you get from any lender.
Sure.
That gives you a complete synopsis of what is the processing fee, what are the penal charges, what are the administrative charges, what are the legal and technical charges, if any, what are the bouncing charges, what are the administrative charges, what are the overdue charges, all kind of charges which a financing institution is going to charge you are mentioned in that particular key fact sheet. You can actually go through that whole kind of charges in that key fact sheet.
Perfect.
That is your encyclopedia. That is going to have, that you are going to have from that particular financial institution. That will actually safeguard you yourself if a financial institution is going to charge you anything over and above. You can go against that particular financial institution that you are not supposed to charge anything more other than that particular thing that is not mentioned in that key fact sheet.
I think it's a very very important point, because mostly क्या होता है कि applicants को ये सब KFS और key fact statement mostly या तो blank आते हैं या कोई डिजिटल प्रोसेस में ऐसे निकल जाते हैं, वो पढ़ता ही नहीं है.
आपको की फैक्ट शीट में सब कुछ देखना है.
सब कुछ
उसमें आपको क्या नाम है कन्वर्जन चार्जेस, आपको जो क्या नाम है फॉरेन
फॉरेक्स जो है
चार्जेस, वो सब भी लिखे होते हैं. तो आपको एक एक चीज लिखा हुआ है, उसमें इंश्योरेंस लिखा हुआ है, आपको कितना इंश्योरेंस पे करना है, एवरीथिंग इज रिटन.
परफेक्ट.
आपको ओवर एंड अबव ऑन टॉप ऑफ दैट एक भी चीज पे नहीं करना है.
Perfect.
So you are covered from all the charges which are written there in the key fact.
I think it's a great tip, because mostly I've seen the applicants innocently ignore it. In a spree of, उनके पास सेल्स वाला आएगा, सर यहाँ साइन करो and all that. So they tend to kind of ignore and blindly sign everything.
एक चीज और क्या होता है sir? I think there's one more thing which I would like to add on. Many people that tend to negate is कि many a times it is not written कि it is a fixed rate of interest or it's a floating rate of interest.
Sure. Yeah.
One person should definitely try and see that it is a fixed rate of interest, it's a floating rate of interest. If it's a fixed rate of interest, then your rate of interest will never change when the regulator changes the repo rate or they change the repo rate.
Absolutely.
But if it's a floating rate of interest, whenever the regulator changes the repo rate, it is going to change the
you get the benefit
of the changes made by the regulator.
Absolutely.
So you should definitely see to that. I think that is a very very important part. I think that you should pay to that.
Correct.
And that is important when you actually go through the schedule of charges. So these are some small bits,
but very very important. Very very, because this key fact statement is a key fact statement.
It is a key fact statement.
It's a key fact statement.
Yeah.
So one must go through it properly, because this is your the key to your loan or the literal contract what you're entering in.
Yes.
Yeah, wonderful. I think it's a great insight. So given that students are typically first time kind of applicants or so to say, the loan takers, So what kind of, उनका वो credit rating या credit score उतना नहीं मिलता है. Maybe then how do you innovatively think through, the nuances of that? Is he a loan worthy or credit worthy or no? I'm sure you see what course he's going to opt for, but still, there is no behavior, there is no previous performance or the kind of repayment behavior you have kind of seen. So how do you kind of innovatively, kind of tackle such situations?
For us, I think, first of all, in India, and the credit penetration in the student loan is very, very low. And the statistics, if you actually go and see, it is less than 8 to 10%. It is the percentage. If you actually go and see, that is the statistics for student loans in terms of in India. So with such low percentage, you are going to get only single digit in terms of. So you are going to get all new kind of borrowers only.
Correct.
But the reason, the way we evaluate is, what is the course that he is going for, and whether that course is going to have employability or not, whether that course is going to have acceptance or not, what has been the academic score of that particular guy, what is the examination score of that particular guy, what is the social score of that particular guy, what is the language score of that particular guy. What is the so these are some parameters that we actually do. We have a scoring model where we actually put in all these kind of scores that give us an output that this guy, if he goes into this particular university, after coming out and after 2 years, he will be able to actually get this kind of a salary.
Sure.
If he goes into this particular university, he will be coming out and getting this kind of a salary.
Sure.
So these are some risk models that we have actually created for going through multiple of universities.
Sure.
That is the possibility of multiple courses, because we have been doing it for last 12, 13 years. So for all different kind of courses, for different kind of universities, we have done different kind of simulations.
Sure.
If a person has this kind of a score, a language score, this kind of a academic score, this kind of a IELTS score, this kind of a GRE score, this kind of a GMAT score, and this kind of a social score, this will get this kind of a score, and he will get this kind of a salary bracket.
Wonderful.
If he comes out of this particular college, he will get this kind of a salary of approximately earning $80,000. So this is a kind of a we have bands. So we know for sure and we have seen that this is approximately the same band he gets.
Oh, okay. So that has been proven over a period of time.
This has been proven time and again.
Wonderful.
And it has been tested with times.
Wonderful.
So basis that score model, which has been tested time and again, we have done it. And basis that we underwrite. So while it is a new customer, for other bankers or financiers, it's a new customer. But of all the testing model that we have actually created over the last 12 years, it is a model that we have created.
So just like you have created your own machine learning.
Yes, it's a machine learning or artificial intelligence.
You created your own. This is actually human intelligence.
Yes.
And this has given you a bank of the knowledge with the data-driven approach.
Correct.
So I think it's a very important point. So while the student is new to credit, but he still gets evaluated on multiple angles of what kind of course he's choosing, what kind of academic records he has. Plus parents also gets evaluated. Their score also gets evaluated.
No, parents' score doesn't get evaluated, but parents definitely has a weightage there.
Sure.
Because parents because people go abroad and we need to have a local contacts, because how do you establish a contract? Because once a person goes abroad, whether he stays in New Jersey or he stays in New York or he stays in somewhere else, you tend to lose their contract. Contacts out there.
Absolutely.
So how do you actually establish that contact? To have that local contact out here, you have to have a contact of somebody local out here. So parents definitely have a contact, but we don't pay so much of heed to the income of those parents, because our major establishment is coming in from the person who is going out there, who will be earning out there.
Absolutely.
That is our USP. We have been always trying to build on to the USP of the child who is going out there. He will be making that money and he will be paying from the earning that he will be making. And believe you me, of the 3,000 crores of EMI book that is running us, we have GNP of less than 0.5%.
Oh, that's nothing actually.
That's best in class.
That's
asset
best
book
in
that we
class,
have.
because I was about to ask you that I'm sure you also reject
Yes.
quite a few number of applications depending on what your knowledge bank or whatever the data bank you kind of. So could you give us a little bit of a sense on that, which are no kind of courses for you, and which you think is not going to yield anything?
So I think there's somebody who was wanting to get into a design,
Okay.
or somebody who is not into STEM courses are of great demand.
Great demand, obviously.
Great demand in US and Canada or UK.
Hmm.
But people wanting to go into some other kind of courses which are not in such great demand, I think, so those courses we don't do.
But do you think your now knowledge bank or your machine learning, so to say, or that repository will undergo a little change given the current geopolitical situations, or you think this is like, transitory in nature? I think the time will, kind of, pass, and then hopefully things will come back to normal, because we tend to hear multiple issues with regards to the visa rules, especially in these typical locations, like whether it is US, UK, Canada, everyone like PAL, especially in Canada now, that what do you call that, territorial attestation. I think there are some regulations which are coming with regards to that, right? So do you think this will undergo a little change, or underwriting criterias will undergo a little change?
See, I personally believe that those kind of criteria may not go through a such kind of change, but we will just watch the situation. We'll watch the situation the way things are, and subsequently, if things warrant that there are some changes that needs to be done at that point of time, in line with the underground changes with the policies at that point of time, then we may go through the stages.
Sure. No, because I think this is, again, being a responsible lender.
Yeah.
This is very important, for even us, because see, I'll tell you, the school of thought I come from, it is in the hand of the lender whether how many defaulters you are actually going to create. You want to create in the industry, right?
Absolutely.
Because if as a responsible lender, like you said, you have made your own criteria, and every year or every quarter or depending on how the repayments are coming in, you will strengthen it. Okay. And they'll reflect on your underwriting policy or whatever. So I think it is on our hands somewhere, being a responsible lender, to make sure that underwriting policies are not loose enough, to kind of, end of the day, make sure that there's a breeding ground for defaults to come.
Absolutely yes. I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
We will never have that kind of policies which are allowing defaulters to grow and thrive. Absolutely yes.
Because it's a different context, but this is important here. We have seen what has happened in the unsecured loan, like low ticket unsecured loan, right? Tons of monies were available to the customer who doesn't even have any credit score. Same thing. No credit score, or even a very low credit score. People are getting money from one app to another, and then to another, then to another. So what has become, it's like a bubble. And when the bubble got bursted, it actually impacted the right businesses as well. So that is called, I would say, irresponsible lending. And why I'm asking this question, because it's a long-term education loan or even a home loan. These are like long-term commitments.
Sure.
Home loans is still a safer bet because you have a collateral to back here.
Sure.
Here, your bet is like literally the prospect of that student who's going to do a job,
Sure.
So your Lakshmi is going for a Saraswati. You're taking a promise that Saraswati will come, and then he will start earning Lakshmi again and bringing Lakshmi again, and he'll start repaying you. It's a very long bet. So that's where I think a more and more caution needs to be there. I'm more worried about the current situations, and so many people are still in a jiffy that what is going to happen to their career, So that's where I think the criteria have to be nimble enough to kind of make sure such shocks are not there,
Sure.
Yeah. So another, I think, important question, especially we have seen multiple parents and students. So should the loans be given only for the Ivy colleges, or do you think the mid-tier or mid-tier colleges also, should also be considered? or you guys in your own ecosystem, what is the kind of spread you have? You kind of are biased towards the Ivy Leagues, or you're also okay to accommodate like
No,
mid-tier kind of-
absolutely not. We are not biased towards Ivy Leagues. Ivy Leagues are very far and few. I think the IITs and IIMs in India and the Ivy Leagues in the world are very far and few.
Yeah.
There are very many large new age universities in India also. I will name some of them. Ashoka is the name of a university. Shulini is the name of the university. Kriya is the name of the university. Flame, KJ Somaya, DY Patil, Amity. They are new age universities which are coming up really well. They are doing exceedingly well. The kind of product that are coming out from these universities, they are absolutely stunning. The kind of industry in the interface that they have, the kind of quality that they have, the kind of infrastructure that they have, the kind of industry interaction that they have, the kind of quality product that they have, the kind of faculty that they have, the labs that they have, is very good. So while yes, I agree, and the Ivy Leagues and the IITs and the IIMs, they definitely have a different kind of a cult.
Sure.
They have a different kind of a posture where the people have a huge amount of beeline. You want to get into those kind of colleges because they have a different kind of a fan following.
Correct.
But everybody can't make into the Ivy Leagues and everybody can't get into IITs and IIMs.
Correct.
But I have seen many people who have come out of these younger generation colleges or the new age colleges. They have done reasonably very good.
Yeah, because hunger is there, right?
Hunger is there.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I think I know in people personally who have come out from these new age colleges who have done exceedingly well.
Yeah.
And they are far sharper in terms of the delivery, in terms of orientations, in terms of understanding, and in terms of the work that they actually output that they have delivered.
Sure.
So I think we are, while definitely they carry a different kind of a name, but for us, we definitely have products are there for all kind of colleges.
Glad to know.
So any college which has a vintage of more than 3 to 5 years, we are okay to look at them for funding kind. We also fund to skilling institutions. We also fund to schools. We also fund to colleges more than 3 years.
Wonderful.
Medical colleges. We have dental colleges. So so it's no binding. And we fund up to 200 ranking NIRF and IRF colleges.
Oh, that's very good.
So it's no criteria that it has to be the IITs and IIMs of the world. Yes, definitely it has to have a name.
Sure.
But it's I'm 100% sure, because in India, 26 lakh people give IITs and appear for the JEEs. Only a handful few get into the IITs, and of which 50% is backed by the reservation criteria which have been given by the government of India. So only 50% are general classes like us.
Wonderful.
So I think we all deserve to be given the opportunity to grow. So I think
wonderful. Oh, wonderful. That's wonderful to note, because that is what the real democratization of the education will take place. Only when. So विवेक, हमने बात कर लिया typical college university education का. थोड़ा सा इसको digress करते हैं. The modern age courses, especially AI, machine learning, data science, so on and so forth, robotics or so. So do you think I'm sure this has a future. And do you think you touched upon that, that there are products available for that, but how much focus are you as an Avance or as a, responsible lending company is gonna give on these alternative courses which were non-existent, I would say 10 years back. लेकिन आज की डेट में यूनिवर्सिटी बन रहे हैं.
अगर हमारी बात हम करें तो हमारा बहुत से भी बहुत फोकस है.
अच्छा.
हम चाहते हैं इसको करना, बिकॉज हमारे सबसे बड़ी बात क्या है, आप समझिए कि हम जो पढ़ते हैं कॉलेजेस में और हम जो यूज करते हैं इंडस्ट्री में, दोनों में बहुत बड़ा गैप।
बहुत बड़ा गैप है जी।
आप जो पढ़ते हो कॉलेज में वो इंडस्ट्री में यूज नहीं होता। आज इंडस्ट्री में जो यूज होता है वो कॉलेज में पढ़ाया नहीं जाता। आपको यूज करने के लिए आपको इंडस्ट्री में जो यूज करना पड़ता है वो आपको सीखना पड़ेगा। वो आप कैसे सीखोगे? वो आप सीखोगे जो इंडस्ट्री वाले आपको करना पड़ेगा। तो आपको उसके लिए सर्टिफिकेशन कोर्सेज करने पड़ेंगे। सर्टिफिकेशन कोर्सेज कौन कराएंगे? आपको मल्टीपल स्किलिंग सेंटर्स वाले आपको कराएंगे। उसके लिए आपको अमेजन स्किल बिल्डर बोल के एक प्रोग्राम होता है। वी आर वन ऑफ द लार्जेस्ट पार्टनर्स इन द कंट्री। Avance has tied up with Amazon as they're one of the exclusive partners for the whole of country.
Wow.
We're the only partners, the exclusive and only partner in the country which is funding their program and selling their program.
Wow.
And if you actually take their program from us, आपको वो डिस्काउंट पे भी मिलेगा और विथ हायर प्रोडक्टिविटी प्रोग्राम के साथ मिलेगा। मतलब अगर आप बाहर से लोगे तो अगर आपको उसमें 4 चीजें मिलेंगी, अगर हमारे थ्रू लोगे तो 5 चीजें शायद मिल सकती है।
एक्सेलेंट।
हाँ,
एक्सेलेंट।
तो आपको हमारे पास जो ये है, हम इस प्रोग्राम को फंड भी कर रहे हैं आज के दिन में हमारे पास, और ये प्रोग्राम हम सारे कॉलेजेस के पास लेके जा रहे हैं, जितने भी कॉलेजेस हैं, प्लस हमारे जो भी स्टूडेंट हैं जो बाहर जा रहे हैं। हम चाह रहे हैं कि आप ये प्रोग्राम करके जाओ। आप अगर ये करके जाओगे तो आपकी अपॉर्चुनिटी और बढ़ जाती है।
यस, एब्सोल्युटली।
आपको वहां पे जॉब मिलने की चांसेस और बढ़ जाएंगे। It will add to your value because Amazon as such is a global company.
It's a global company.
And the certificate itself carries a huge value.
Huge value, correct.
The certificate, after you doing an engineering from KJ Somaya, and then if you carry a certification from Amazon Skill Builder, it carries a huge kind of a value proposition. So that is there. So I think that program, Avance, has a huge USP there. And on top of that, it's not only that. Avance has also curated a CSR fund.
Achha.
We are funding 150 children free of cost. This Amazon Skill Builder for people who are not able to afford it.
Oh, is this a yearly phenomenon?
So we will do it free of cost for people who are not able to afford it.
Wow.
So that is for people who are not able to afford it.
Wow.
And for people who can afford it, we will sell this program.
Perfect.
So both as a CSR as well as non-CSR, we will sell it also, and we will do it as a CSR also.
I think it's a great initiative and a fabulous information for our viewers to kind of go in and roll this and grab this opportunity. So Vivek, इसी स्ट्रीम में हम बात करते हैं अब, जैसे टेक्निकल एंड वोकेशनल एजुकेशन एंड ट्रेनिंग TVET की बात करते हैं, which is also emerging as a cornerstone of the economic growth. Again, it comes under the skilled category. So there also, I think, are you guys focusing on something special और नहीं? अभी ये थोड़ा सा hibernation stage में है।
बहुत focus है हमारा.
Okay.
The reason why, because India is a very, very young country.
That's correct.
54% of our population is less than 25 years of age.
Yes.
अगर if you actually see, India is the human capital of the world.
That's correct.
Again, and all across, if you actually see, the global capability centers are being done in India more and more and more and more. There are 1,800 GCCs which have been already done in India. The total volume of work which is being done in India is approximately $68 billion, which is going to go up to 150 billion by 2030. That is, and the total employable people is close to 2 million people who are already working, and that is supposed to go up to 5 million people. So just imagine the employability it is going to generate, and just imagine the amount of dollars it is going to generate. From 5.4 trillion rupees to 8.5 trillion rupees. Wow. From 68 billion to 150 billion rupees. This is the kind of money that we are talking about in GCC alone. This is this is one GCC in India. India, with the global capital, India is supplying manpower to across the globe. Cool. I'm talking about nurses. There are companies like Border Plus and Focus Care, which are supplying nurses in Germany, Norway, Poland, Spain. The kind of nurses, dearth of nurses, because in Europe, healthcare system, it is all about nuclear families.
Mm,
People don't all old age. It is a very aging population,
I agree.
and all are nuclear families. You don't
Absolutely.
have children taking care of their parents, right?
Absolutely.
So they need nurses to
Correct.
take care of their parents, right?
Absolutely.
So the nursing system is all going from India.
Oh, okay.
So India and all nurses, they have to learn the German language, they have to learn the Norwegian language, they have to learn the Polish language, and they get a salary of 3.5 lakh rupees a month.
Wow. Wow.
So it is a win-win proposition both for India as well as for the German people.
Absolutely correct.
So
Local
and
residents.
I think over a period of time, with these kind of partnerships which are coming in, with these kind of things which are taking initiatives which have been taken both by the government of India as well as the Indian government and the foreign governments, it will be a great opportunity both sides.
I agree. Absolutely. And all these courses basically, are they short term or longer term courses?
1 year courses.
1 year courses.
1 year courses.
And those are also with the moratorium or non-moratorium.
Yes.
All the
So German courses, these are typically all nurses who have to pick up a language, either a Norwegian, Polish language or German language. It is a language learning course for 1 year. You have to pick up that language. You are already a nurse. You pick up the language. You learn that language and you go and work in that particular country. For GCC, you already are an engineer. You have to pick up one technology and you go and work in that GCC.
Sure.
So you have to pick up that technology, particular technology, because you are an engineer, but you have learned that trick of the trade, but you are not ready to work in that technology
Because of language barrier or whatever.
because the bookish language and the industry requirement are different.
Different, absolutely correct. So there is a gap.
It's a gap.
So how does that student get to know the loan is available? So when he goes to that particular institution, he gets to know that
Yes.
facility?
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. ठीक है. I think एक बात करते हैं, जैसे आपने बोला कि student पे हमने bank किया. When it comes to the underwriting of that loan, the student is the main, kind of hero or the victim or the Khalnayak of that loan in case if he does well or if he doesn't well. But the parents often co-sign, So do you think, is this more for optics, or they are also, obviously they are a partner in this whole journey? I mean, if anything goes for a roller coaster, so they are in this ride as an equally responsible for that, or do you think no, if somehow the student doesn't get a job? Because I'm asking a very direct question. The show is all about direct and providing clarity without jargon. So if for any, God forbid, reason, student has not been able to get a job or secure a job, he's not been able to pay the EMIs, then I'm just being as a devil's advocate, what happens? So the parent is supposed to pay, or what happens in such
In the beginning of the program only, मैंने आपको बोला था कि पेरेंट्स की मार्जिन बड़ी लगी नहीं है. पेरेंट्स ने कुछ पे नहीं किया है. हमने we have funded everything. We have funded the 100% of the course fee. We have funded 100% of the living expenses. That money has to be paid by the parents, no? The parents have an equally responsibility about teaching their awards, and so that money, they remain equally responsible.
Yeah. So legally also they
are binded by the law to have the loan repaid.
Sure.
So parents की equal responsible रहती है. They are the life. They are binded by the law because they are the people who are there in the country. The son or the daughter, they are away in that particular country. They don't have access out here. But they are the parent, the mother and the father or the sibling, they are here in India. They are the person who are actually facing us. They are the person that is responsible for paying the EMIs. So unko responsible hai, and they will continue to remain liable.
Absolutely, because this is why I'm asking this. Nowhere I want to give a comfort, at least through this platform, that आपने लोन ले लिया, ठीक है, जो अब लगी नहीं लगी.
नहीं, वो होना भी नहीं चाहिए. आप एक बात समझिए कि आपने लोन लिया है. लोन अल्टीमेटली ये है तो पब्लिक का पैसा ही. आप NBFC भी है, वो बैंक से बोरो करता है.
एब्सोल्युटली.
बैंक कहाँ से लेता है? आपकी पब्लिक पैसे से लेके जो पब्लिक डिपॉजिट करती है, वो पब्लिक जाके पैसा आके बैंक को डिपॉजिट करती है. बैंक से बोरो करके हम अपना पैसा लेते हैं. तो अल्टीमेटली ये पब्लिक का पैसा ही है और हम उसको पैसे को आपको देते हैं. तो अल्टीमेटली ये पैसा आना तो वापस है ही है.
एब्सोल्युटली.
देयर इज नो वे वी कैन एक्चुअली डू अवे विद लोन।
Hmm.
आपको ये ट्रांसपेरेंसी रखनी है,
Correct.
आपको ये पैसा आके चुकाना पड़ेगा और ये
Yes.
पैसा हर हालत में आके देना ही पड़ेगा, ऑप्शन है नहीं।
तो विवेक, जैसे आप बोल रहे हैं कि स्टार्टिंग में इक्विटी नहीं दिया, बट क्या ये इज दिस अ गुड आइडिया? मतलब मेरा ऐसा मानना है पर्सनली कि अगर कुछ इक्विटी आपका लगा है तो यू आर ऑल्सो इन्वेस्टेड फ्रॉम डे वन एज अ पेरेंट और एज अ को एप्लीकेंट व्हाटएवर। क्या ये सही स्ट्रैटेजी है कि हमने 100% सब कुछ फंडिंग दे दी? इज दिस समवेयर एज अ रिस्पॉन्सिबल स्टेप? But where I'm coming from is that unless and until I have invested in something, I'll not feel the pinch of it.
सर आज के दिन में द इशू इज कि द रिटर्न ऑन इक्विटी टुडे, if you actually invest in equity market or if you are a investor, if you know that कि मेरे ख्याल से जो प्रोडक्ट आपके पास अवेलेबल है,
हाँ.
अगर आप ढंग से पढ़ते हो तो आपको जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है इसकी कि आपकी जिस हिसाब से अर्निंग होती है आप उसके हिसाब से पे कर पाते हो। तो ऐसा जितना भी देखा गया है, द वे आई हैव सेड कि 3000 जो हमारी EMI बुक है उस पे हमारी डेलिंक्वेंसी 0.5% से भी नीचे है। तो हमारे पास वैसी जरूरत पड़ती नहीं है। आपको जो भी बच्चे जाते हैं वो उतना अर्न कर पाते हैं, किसी भी बच्चे को ऐसी जरूरत पड़ती नहीं है।
विवेक, ये बात सही है, लेकिन ये डेटा अगर मैं PSB का उठा के देखता हूँ ना तो बड़ा कॉन्ट्रास्ट है। I mean, I don't know whether I feel sorry for it or I feel intrigued by it, but PSUs का अगर एजुकेशन लोन का पोर्टफोलियो आप स्टडी करते हो, वहाँ रिजल्ट्स बहुत डिफरेंट है। वहाँ डेलिंक्वेंसी इज ऑलमोस्ट इन द डबल डिजिट वर्ड्स। आप तो लेस देन 1% की बात कर रहे हो।
आप
तो व्हाट इज गॉन रॉन्ग देयर?
So I will give you some data point.
Yeah.
आप PSBs का भी अपवर्ड्स ऑफ 15 लाख का डेटा देखो सर, वहां पे भी आपको डेटा सेम दिखेगा।
अच्छा,
अगर आप PSB का जो वहां डेटा देखते हो लेस देन 4 लाख देखते हो, जो बैंकों को मैंडेटरी है देना
अंडर द PSL गाइडलाइंस,
अंडर द PSL गाइडलाइन, जो आपको हर आदमी को देना जरूरी है। जो कोई आदमी कहीं भी एलिजिबल नहीं है उसको भी देना जरूरी है।
अच्छा,
जो कुछ भी मांगने आ जाए उसको भी देना जरूरी है।
अच्छा,
तो जो आपको देना ही जरूरी है उस पर आप क्या करोगे?
अच्छा,
तो वो डिफॉल्ट होना ही है।
So that is basically
That is eating into the profit of everything.
Not only the profit, it is actually disturbing the overall NPA ratios of the
Absolutely.
education loan as a category, as a product, right?
आप वो देखो ना, आप वहां जाके 15 लाख के ऊपर का क्राइटेरिया देखो।
अच्छा, अच्छा, maybe that's a bias there, but that's pretty much skewed towards the lower ticket in that case, because if the overall delinquency is in the vicinity of 8 to 10%, which is like scary, right? So from that perspective, I was always intrigued कि भाई ये private NBFCs or private banks, what do they do differently to have that less than 1% or less than 2% kind of an NPA levels, What is so different? So now maybe that is but still आप जैसे बोल रहे हो, आप भी less than 5 lakhs करते हो, because skilling वाला सब कुछ है आपके पास।
हम करते हैं,
हाँ,
लेकिन हमारी पॉलिसीज अलग हैं,
हाँ,
हमारे कलेक्शन मैकेनिज्म अलग है।
that is
उनके कलेक्शन मैकेनिज्म नहीं है। आप भी करते हैं, आपके कलेक्शन मैकेनिज्म है अपने प्लेस,
एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट।
हम उनके कलेक्शन मैकेनिज्म नहीं है।
So that is the difference.
We do it as a business practice. They do it as a business.
Yeah, this is very important because people must not feel that money is available on tap. I take it and I relax.
Yes.
That shouldn't be the criteria at all.
मैंने बोला ना कि आपको बिजनेस को बिजनेस के तरीके से करना पड़ेगा।
So अब जैसे फर्स्ट टाइम बोरोवर्स हैं, पेरेंट्स ने भी मान लो नहीं लिया या बहुत कम क्रेडिट है, उन्होंने कुछ छोटा मोटा पर्सनल लोन ले लिया या कुछ कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल का लोन चल रहा है, बट ये एक लॉन्ग टर्म कमिटमेंट है व्हेन इट कम्स टू एजुकेशन लोन। ऑफन क्या आपको लगता है क्या मिस्टेक होती है, एंड व्हाट पीपल शुड अवॉइड फ्रॉम एन ऑडियंस पर्सपेक्टिव? आई जस्ट वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि क्या मैसेज दे सकते हो कि भाई क्या मिस्टेक्स हैं जो अवॉइड करनी चाहिए, स्पेशली फर्स्ट टाइम बोरोवर्स को?
आप जो भी कर्म करते हो, जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन देते हो, फॉर्म को ढंग से भरो, जो भी डॉक्यूमेंट्स लिखते हो वो अपने डेटा को ठीक से, सारा फाइन प्रिंट जो भी डेटा देख रहे हो वो ठीक से देखो। KFS जो आप पढ़ रहे हो, KFS का सारा डेटा पॉइंट आपने ठीक से पढ़ा है कि नहीं पढ़ा, वो देख लो।
करेक्ट।
आपने डॉक्यूमेंट जो मांगे हैं वो डॉक्यूमेंट्स ठीक देखे हैं कि नहीं देखे हैं, वो ठीक से दिया है कि नहीं दिया, वो देखो।
करेक्ट।
चार्जेस वगैरह जो आपने उनसे एग्री किए हैं वो ठीक हैं कि नहीं है, वो ठीक है कि नहीं, वो चेक कर लो। सो ऑल दोस थिंग्स, एवरीथिंग हैज टू बी चेक ट्वाइस थ्राइस, बिकॉज वंस यू हैव साइंड अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, This contract is binding on you.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely.
This contract binding on you. There is no looking back on the contract because once the money is disbursed, it is disbursed.
Is disbursed, correct.
Because that will affect your bureau.
Absolutely correct.
That will affect your bureau. Because आज के दिन में it will affect your bureau for long.
Rest of the life.
Rest of the life. So
Correct.
आपको you have to be very very particular. So right from application form, choosing the right course, doing a research, आप क्या प्रोग्राम चयन कर रहे हो, किस तरह का रिसर्च वर्क है, आपको कौन सा प्रोग्राम करना चाहिए, किस तरह का कोर्स में जाना चाहिए,
Correct.
क्या डिटेलिंग करनी है, कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटी में जाना चाहिए, which university will give you the right kind of leverage, which country will give you the right kind of leverage, which course will give you the right kind of leverage. There can be some university which will be very good, but that course may not be that good in that particular university.
Absolutely correct.
So that you may not be able to go do science so well in that particular university.
Yeah.
So you might want to go to a lower university which is doing exceedingly well in that particular course.
Absolutely correct.
So do that.
Yeah, I think that is the most important point because loan is a second step.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think this is the first step to do a skill match.
So do a research on the university, absolutely detailed research. Do a deep check with the people who have gone there. Do a research for people who have passed out. With the research, there are n number of counselors. There are people who have passed out, and a lot of journals also are available.
Sure.
Then do a detail about the loans also. Then you can completely a KFS, which I've already called out.
Yes, absolutely.
Provide the right kind of documentation. Be transparent.
Correct.
And then take a right kind of call that this is what exactly I want to do.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely. Great, Vivek. I think this was one of the most wonderful conversation I have. It was really eye-opening.
Thank you.
And you've actually spoken your heart out. And that is what is required because what we want to give to our audience, especially students, parents, a jargon-free facts, and we endeavor to kind of supply the right information.
Thank you.
And it's all possible with the candid conversation and the candid responses from industry experts like you. So thank you once again for all your wisdom, for your time. And we hope we can, bring more relevance by asking more relevant questions because as a format of the show, we want to encourage our audience, to give us the direct questions because certain questions are from certain set of audiences. We may be missing some of it. So we will encourage all our audiences and even parents, students to continue to ask us so that we can curate those questions, get the answer from the domain experts like you, and then relay it back. So that's on the point, and where we supply, jargon-free, just clear content. So thank you once again for your time and effort.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so much. Pleasure all mine.
Thank you so much. Wow. That was our eye-opening conversation with Mr. Vivek Kumar Bernwal. One thing is clear, taking a loan isn't just about borrowing money. It's about responsibility and strategy. Taking wisely, an education loan can be a ladder to success. So for me, there is a key takeaway. Only take a loan if you clearly understand the ROI of your degree, know the terms, and have the repayment plan ready. You've been watching On The Point, no jargon, just clarity. I'm Brajesh Pranami. See you in the next episode with another topic that truly matters for your future. If you like this episode, give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Share your comments and questions via comment section or through our WhatsApp channel.